Butchering season is here. In this episode, we're going to pull back the curtain a little bit and show you what all goes into at-home butchering. Don't worry, there's no gore. More often than not, I see other homesteaders talk about getting their meat back from the butcher when it's any animal other than chicken. We haven't come across very many who do the slaughter and processing themselves, and probably for good reason too. There is a lot of work that goes into it. In this video, we're going to be talking about a different side of butchering than we have before. We're going to share with you why we process our own animals ourselves and what we use. We're going to answer if it's worth it to process your own animal. I'm also going to show you the work that goes into getting ready for the big day from a kitchen standpoint, as well as the things that are done after the fact. Butchering day is more than just cutting up the meat and packaging it. There's also cleanup and snacks and food to consider. My mother-in-law has been extremely kind as to take care of lunch for us, but I do need to consider what my crew will be eating for supper. The slow cooker is my favorite way to go in situations like this. I will be throwing a roast with some sweet potatoes and onion into the crock pot in the morning. I'm also prepping a dessert to take along tomorrow and part of our breakfast today. This dessert is one of my go-tos. The family loves it and requests it. I'm making a strawberry oatmeal crumble bar. I'll put the link in the description. This spring, before the strawberry harvest, I pulled out the bags of strawberries we didn't get to from the previous year, and I turned them into jam. This time I used Pomona's pectin, which enables you to make jams and jellies with low sugar or no sugar. I put the link in the description. This was my first time working with Pomona's pectin, and I am sold. I canned up jar after jar of jam, and it makes this dessert super simple to throw together. As I said in my sourdough video, I love to turn whatever I can into sourdough. It's better for us and tastes so much better when it's long fermented. These double chocolate muffins are a special treat to kick off what's going to be a long day. I'm mixing together all the ingredients except for the chocolate chips, and it will ferment about 13 hours in the fridge overnight. A question I know we've had sometimes is it worth it to process our own animals? It's a lot of work before and after. And as our family has grown, it's been harder to pull off. But our resounding conclusion is yes, it is. We don't have the stress of looking ahead to schedule a butcher. We are at our own leisure. We are in control of the slaughter and each cut we take. Furthermore, there's no doubt that we're putting our own animal into the freezer. The benefits outweigh the costs. Processing your own animals just calls for proper planning and foresight. On butchering day, we weren't able to grab as much footage as we wanted to. There were just different things that happened and took place. I brought home about 7 quarts worth of cut roast to can up, as well as a bucket full of bones to turn into broth for canning as well.
So here is some of the things that we use for butchering, and our primary supply source that we use, it's called Home Butchering Supplies. They do not have a website. It's mail order, or you can email them as well. But we've really loved their service and the quality of products that they have. Price-wise, they're pretty good as well. So some of the things that we bought are these totes. I don't think I got this saw on there, but they do carry these. And then, of course, some of the other things that you would need is just some knives to break down. My favorite knife is the Victorinox 6-inch semi-stiff. This one just has a fiber, I think it's called like a fiber handle. This one's a wood handle. But those are some of our favorite knives as far as breaking down. And we do have some bigger ones, but I don't have those on hand right now. But so far as like butchering goes, you really don't need a lot of supplies. You can get by with pretty minimal stuff. So we do have access to a bandsaw, but I've even broken down sheep or deer without bandsaw use, like just using a handsaw, and of course then grinding your meat. Something that we have experimented with is so last year I think we used vacuum packaging for most of our meats, and while I think it is efficient, I haven't actually priced it out, but I think it's going to be quite a bit more expensive versus something we switched to this year is using like your plastic wrap, wrapping it first, and then using butcher paper on top. And that just gives you a surface to write on and keeps the plastic wrap in place. I think it's going to be a big game changer for us. But we really enjoy using them. It's just good quality content that they have. They have, you know, basically anything relating to butchering. They've got books, and primarily some of the things that we get is our seasoning mixes from them. And then they've also got like casing, and of course you've got your butcher paper, tape and plastic wrap, basically anything relating to butchering, grinders, you name it. That's the other thing. In this magazine, they actually have instructions in the back for how to make your own, cure your hams, and then general instructions for snack sticks, wieners, bologna and summer sausage. I have used some of these in the past, so I am kind of familiar with that. Some of the things that we have used, and this year we're trying, this is going to be for our pork that we're going to be butchering. We have some natural maple sausage. We have not tried that one yet, but I think that one's going to be really good. We've got mild country sausage. We use that one. And of course we use pieces sausage, and then we've also got a feta cheese and spinach. This is a hot dog and German bologna mix. And I'm hoping to make some of our own like snack sticks. These are just like collagen casings. And then I've got some bigger casings here for smoking. And those are, I think, are like 3.5 and maybe like 1.5 inches or something. Just something that we can pull out of the freezer real easily. And either we're taking a day trip or something, we can pull it out and use it. This is how we do our ground beef. We just package it in these plastic bags, and we've used these for a couple years, and they really work well. I was kind of afraid that they would leak everything over the place with that plastic seal up top, but if you get them frozen, make sure that they're frozen either laying down or standing upright. They don't leak at all, and so far, like we haven't noticed any type of freezer burn after at least a year, which we tend to go through most of our meat within a year. Something else that we are trying this year that we have not tried in the past is this is the beef liver, and we are going to freeze dry it and then put it in capsules and use it like as a supplement. Basically every year we try to do something a little bit more than we've done in the past. So hopefully you guys find this kind of content informative and useful. You know, we're just trying to bring some stuff that help you guys get started on your journey. If you want to see more of this content, please like, subscribe, comment, and let us know any questions that you have.